morning.
Good morning.
First, I'd like to give honor to God. I'm blessed to be here. Also, like the pastor said, Happy Father's Day. I'm blessed to have both of my kids out here with me right now.
Amen. Amen. Amen.
So yes, April 14th is when my life was spared. It was a typical afternoon. I typically play basketball during my lunch break from 11 to 1. I was headed back to work. I was irritated, sweaty, really wasn't paying attention. But what happened was there was a lady who was distracted. She was driving on her way to a retirement ceremony, and she was coming out of a blind curve as we're going into a blind curve. And I had a car in front of me, which was about 4 feet in front of me, which means that I was probably following too close at that point at 55 miles per hour. And what happened was this guy swerved and tried to avoid impact. Luckily for me, he wasn't able to avoid her completely, because had he avoided her completely, she would have hit me head on. So from my view, I absolutely could not see her because she was directly in front of him. And the first words that came to my mind and out of my mouth was Jesus, as I thought of my kids.
Amen.
At that time, the guy, he swerved to the right. There was no lane, obviously, next to him, but he was able to swerve, and she caught the rear fender and the tire of his vehicle, which knocked her back into her lane enough to miss me completely, and I also missed him completely. And at that time, I pulled over, and without even thinking about my own life, I was thinking, because there was a lot of debris in the street, and like I said, it was a blind curve. And I think I shared this with Miss Sue after the fact. I wasn't even thinking about me in that moment. I was only thinking about other vehicles because traffic was still flowing. And before I knew it, as I'm running up to check on the lady first, because she happened to be a civilian, to make sure she was okay, I didn't realize that I had picked up all of the debris out of the street. Making sure that she was okay. And I didn't really realize it until I got back to that young Marine who ultimately saved my life, checking on him. So, like I said, I'm blessed to be here, and it was a reminder for me that I need to get back to being the man in God that I was before, back in 2009, because I was sold out. Completely sold out. And I stepped away and also moved away, but now that I'm back, that was a reminder that I need to get back to where I was before.
Amen.